Hey, I got a question. What does Marco Rubio have in common with the chosen one? Can you guess? There's an article on DC Clothesline. I'm going to give you some of the highlights. I will attach the link. You're not going to have to look for it. The many lies of Marco Rubio, lying about gay past, immigrant parents, asylum, financials, and who knows what else, by Piper McGowan. First things first, while some people might get offended that we're discussing Marco Rubio's sexual preferences here, it has nothing to do with judgment about his lifestyle choices. That's his business. However, when he runs for president, attempting to attain the highest office in the land, and lies to everyone about who he really is, then it becomes everyone's business. Investigative journalist Wayne Madsen has published a lengthy piece on Marco's sordid history as a very extroverted gay man in Miami Beach, Florida, throughout his high school and in college. In 1989, a year before Marco was arrested with his friend Angel Barrios and another unidentified male friend in Alice Wainwright Park in South Miami, ostensibly for drinking beer in a car after closing time in a park known as a pickup locale for gays. Rubio sang and danced in South Miami High School troupe. The song and dance troupe was based on the Chippendales, but with a very gay theme, half Chippendale and half village people. Rubio omitted his participation in a dance troupe in his biography, American Son. The man he was arrested with in the park, Angeles Burroughs, who then became Rubio's roommate in college, would later end up in one of the most infamous gay porn ring cases in Miami history. Barrios has since denied anything happened, denied he is gay, denied Rubio is gay, and claims he was just the landlord of the house of Cocodum.com, a website where gay male models with names like Kale Cream were paid to have sex all day in front of webcams. The piece goes on to talk about how Rubio attended foam parties, which were known to be exclusively gay events, with the Miami New Times reported as foam sex for homosexual men. Rubio claims that is how he met his wife, Miami Dolphins cheerleader Jeanette Dosbois, but it is well known that the only women who attended these parties were women who went to gay clubs in order to avoid having men hit on them because all the men were homosexual. It's a far cry from the conservative religious father of four who was supposedly against same-sex marriage. If he would lie about something so fundamentally about himself in an organized campaign and deceit, what else would he lie about? Possibly everything. You want to read the everything. His Cuban parents, according to GOP insiders, did not immigrate from Cuba to escape Fidel Castro and communism. They left Cuba for America in 1956, but were Havana casino workers employed by Jewish mob boss Meyer Lansky and brought to Florida from Miami. They eventually left for Las Vegas to work in the mob-owned casino hotels. Rubio's father, Marco Rubio Arena, worked as a bartender in Las Vegas casinos with his mother, Orlisas Rubio, who was a hotel maid. Rubio had falsely claimed that his parents fled Castro and communism in 1956. The U.S.-supported fascist dictator Francisco Batista was fully in control of Cuba. Speaking of immigration, Rubio has also been accused of saying one thing about immigrant reform to speaking Spanish Univision in Spanish and then saying totally different things in English to the English-speaking segment of the American population. You want to read the rest of the article. What you have to ask yourself is, can little Marco be trusted? If the answer that you conclude is yes, you might want to make an appointment with your psychiatrist. because there's obviously something drastically wrong with you. His parents were Cubans until Marco was 5 years old. He does not conform with the requirements to be in the Oval Office, nor does Ted. But hey, nobody seems to care. But you need to know the truth. And the answer to the question that I asked at the beginning of this video, what does Marco have in common with the occupier of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue? They're both homosexuals. I guess in Marco's case, he's bisexual. Or Obama, straight fudgebacker. Michael is his mate. And Michael is not who you think it is. There is no first lady. There is a first transsexual. Hate to break your bubble.